Alrighty. Here we go again, guys. It's your boy Moolah this week out there 5. And we still talking about all this shit they talking about, these weak ass Lakers. 9.5 in Vegas. Let's go.
Address LeVar.
Please do.
All right, the Los Angeles Ifers. Okay.
Ifers.
The fact is, and here's another reason I'm so confident in the Lakers, LeVar, is there are ifs for everybody out west.
That's
really,
very true.
everybody in the league at this
But we
point.
only use them for the
Utah.
Lakers. But they're only used for the Lakers. We don't
But
use ifs
Utah.
for everybody else.
Okay, where's Donovan Mitchell?
Where's
Donovan Mitchell, their best player?
Absolutely.
It's a weak.
But you didn't hear me
That's
say.
an if.
You didn't hear me
That's
say.
an
I
if.
think that Utah Jazz have a great
You see
chance
what's going on?
if Donovan Mitchell comes back at 100%. I still think the Utah Jazz are good enough and mature enough right now and have created a habit of winning during the course of Go figure. The regular season. I didn't know the regular season didn't matter in terms of getting wins and losses and building momentum towards going into the playoffs.
Damn.
Y'all acting like Utah doing what they've done and starting off being at number one doesn't matter because we're going to the playoffs now. Y'all need to stop that.
Stop.
Y'all really do. Y'all need to give Utah their much due respect.
In the postseason, in a 7-game series, it is critical that you have a guy, or preferably two, that can take a guy off the dribble when they know what I'm doing. So even though the defense, because over 7 games, teams know exactly what everybody wants to do. They know a guy's tendencies. They know when he takes 2 dribbles to the right, he's about to pull up for a jumper. They know when he throws a head fake, he's going to do this or that. And you need guys that, even though you know everything I want to do, you can't stop me. That was Donovan Mitchell. But Donovan, I think, will be back, but will he be hampered? Other than Mitchell, who do they have like that? Jordan Clarkson?
Yes.
That's it.
Yeah.
All the other guys
He
play
going
off their
ham, fuck
system.
you mean?
So I don't look. Utah had a great season. Quinn Snyder did an outstanding job. They will get many regular season awards, but I don't think they can beat the Lakers. Phoenix. Look, another great season. Chris Paul, fantastic. Devin Booker, fantastic. Monty Williams should be coach of the year. But I don't believe Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton are going to step into their first playoff series of their careers and beat LeBron James if they meet him, or even if it's a second round, whenever. I don't see
it's
them
2021, motherfucking coronavirus having motherfucker. What the fuck is wrong with these
All
shit?
right, so they got issues. And then the Clippers are -5 in clutch time. That's their problem. When it gets down to the final minutes of the game,
you are
what are they
assuming
going
that
to
everybody
do?
for the Lakers, the LA Ifers, are going to be healthy enough to make this team look the way that it is that you're talking. So if all of those things, all those factors,
LeBron or AD is hurt, all bets are off. Of course.
All right. Well, then that's a qualifier.
That's all we need to hear.
Utah getting the number 1 seed gets about a week off of rest, so an extra week for Donovan Mitchell. Chris, you keep diminishing the Utah Jazz. I just want to point out, they're probably going to have the Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert. They're going to have the 6th Man of the Year, Clarkson or Joe Ingles. Joe Ingles, hey, give the man some flowers. Joe Ingles is playing well. And the only 2 50-win teams in the league this year are Phoenix and Utah. So this is a tough West. LeBron's road will be extremely challenging. Phoenix, they got Chris Paul, who might be first-team All-NBA. Second round is definitely not going to be an easy one. Okay, don't act like the Denver Nuggets with the MVP of the league, Nikola Jokic, is going to be a pushover. And then, of course, the Utah Jazz or the Paperclips in the conference finals. So this is going to be a tough road for LeBron. I have full confidence. I'm personally a little surprised Greg Jennings came in low. I thought we were in lockstep, Greg, on the Lakers dominating the West. But I guess you jumped off the bandwagon. That's fine.
Well, you have to define what low is. I mean, I'm at an 8.5. You're at a 9.5. You're one.
At 8.5. You 1 point above him. I guess.
You're 1 full point higher than myself, but I want to touch on LeVar again.
Come on, touch. Y'all want to keep touching on me. Go ahead. I'm okay.
No homo. This is what happens when a team hasn't had the type of success that the Utah Jazz have had. They're going to be they are the number one seed. And so all of a sudden, the number one seed was the goal. It's everything. But when we look at years past and we look at the Milwaukee Bucks, go ask Giannis Antetokounmpo how important that number one seed is. It's not important because if you don't show up in this season, which is a completely different season, you and I both know we've played in professional sports on the football field. The regular season is one thing. All it matters is that you get in the dance. And if you have someone like LeBron James, who has been there time and time and time and time again, and knows how to elevate the guys around him, you have the advantage. You have the better chance of coming out on top against a Utah Jazz, against a Phoenix Suns. And then J-Mac, I'm with you. The Lakers are the favorite. But I'm not going to sit here and try to make their road seem
what about the other
great
teams?
If they get through the Utah Jazz or if they get through the Denver Nuggets and anyone
if they get through Golden State and get out of the play-in tournament.
I understand that.
Is that what you meant? Is that what you meant? Because y'all looking ahead with your 9s and your 8s. I mean, this team that has to get in, technically, they aren't even in yet. So I'm just saying, y'all sitting there talking all this stuff about the Lakers and what LeBron is and all of the experience and this, that, and the other. Well, you know what? LeBron is the same dude that was moaning and groaning about the play-in scenario. Somebody needs to be fired. You know why he said it? Because he knows that smoke is coming from out of Golden State. And that could put them in a very compromising situation. Y'all talking real loud about this Laker Ifers team, but they may not even make it into the playoffs. They may not even make it out of the play-in. And that's for real. Think about that.
Real. You got to make it to the playoffs.
They might have 9s, 8.5. I'm going down to a 7 because if they're healthy, like, okay, y'all can ride the Lakers bandwagon because it's a simple and easy way to go through this segment of the show.
Fuck it up.
But me, I'm going to keep it real. If I see somebody showing that they can play and that they can win against all odds, of course they haven't played as well without Donovan Mitchell. Of course they're a better team with Donovan Mitchell with them. And they will have Donovan Mitchell back by all reports given. So there's no reasons to say if. But if I have to continue to say if with every single thing and every single point I make about this Lakers team, I'm sorry. You cannot make a serious, legitimate argument about what the Lakers are going to do if every single one has to be qualified with an if. That's not reality. That's living in a fantasy world of living on the fence. You're on the fence. You're not declaring.
You might as well say the Warriors is back then. If that's the fucking case. Let's go, Warriors.
Everybody's healthy on the Lakers.
We back.
Everybody is healthy. AD, Dennis Schroeder, LeBron. Who's stopping them in the West?
Okay,
there you go. So what are you arguing? I don't understand.
What I'm arguing is I don't see them being healthy. I don't see them being able to handle the up tempo and the aggressive play that is going to take a different level of tempo come the playoffs. That's what I'm looking at. The ifs are, can they stay healthy? LeBron's tweaking his ankle in a late game. Like, this is end of the season game. AD, we don't know if AD is going to be able to hold up. I just don't know where this team is, honestly, 100% health-wise. And unless I knew that.
Want to build an online course, but you're not great with
Probably want to have goddamn shit about no Fujabi. But the Lakers, we might as well say, let's go Warriors, let's go. We back. Steph Curry ain't got no damn help, but he killing their ass.
100% health-wise. And unless I knew that and they said, we are 100% and I can see it, I don't see why we're saying if. There's no reason to keep saying if.
But you do.
There's no reason to keep saying if.
You're making the point.
The tempo in the playoffs slows down, first of all. All right, so it won't be as fast
how does it slow
as
down?
the regular season.
You're saying the intensity level?
Every year it gets a little slower in the playoffs. It becomes more of a half-court game than it did in the regular season.
In the league, in the NFL, that tempo goes up.
Secondly, you're counting way more ifs than I am.
Damn.
I don't remember hearing myself, Greg. I don't hear all these ifs that you hear. and then you just ignore the ifs with the other teams. There's plenty of ifs with Utah, too. We just talked about
There's only one
Donovan
if.
Mitchell, yeah, he'll be
how
back,
healthy
but
will
how
Donovan
effective will he be able
That's
to be?
the only if.
That's the
only if you heard me. And I didn't even use an if with Donovan Mitchell. He will be back.
You said
how healthy is he? I said
they would be better.
I said they would be better if they had Donovan Mitchell, and they would be. But the bottom line is, I'm not basing what they're going to do off of if Donovan Mitchell is back at 100%.
Because he's
I'm
going
saying
off
the Utah Jazz is a
Donovan
legitimate
Mitchell.
contender out of the West. And to me, I think they're the front runner because they've proven all year they should be looked at as the front runner. I'm not making that up. Look at the statistical categories and where they're at, and they are number one as a team in winning. So to me, I'm not making an if. I'm looking at what their DNA is, and they're winners. They're winning.
Utah Jazz, guys. They won the regular season. We should crown the Utah Jazz. Congratulations.
Greg, he seems to have forgotten that the Warriors are so much better without James Wiseman, and Kelly Oubre. The Warriors are going to play small ball, and Utah's going to be in trouble. Do not be surprised, LeVar, if Rudy Gobert comes off the court
everybody confused on this panel, man.
To death by Steph Curry in that first round. I don't really care about Donovan Mitchell, but if Gobert can't be on the floor, they're in deep trouble against Golden State. Chris, you've covered the league long enough. You know what happens in the playoffs. It's all about matchups. And Utah versus Golden State is not a great matchup for the Jazz.
J-Mac, you don't care about Donovan Mitchell?
No, I mean, they need him, but Donovan Mitchell. He's not the number one guy in that series. He's not the number two. He's the number three. It's Steph Curry, Rudy Gobert, and then Donovan Mitchell in that series.
Okay. Rudy Gobert is great, but Donovan Mitchell gives them their offense.
I agree.
And I get it. They move the ball tremendously. They shoot the three very well. But as I said, come playoff time, you're going to need a guy that can break somebody down. Is Bogdanovich doing that? Is Joe Ingles doing that? Is anybody outside
Jordan
of Clarkson doing that? No.
Jordan Clarkson, Brown, get on the squad.
Rest my hopes on Jordan Clarkson going one-on-one.
Rest it on if.
I'm sorry. He's my six man.
You gonna rest it on if?
But no, look, they need Donovan Mitchell to win the West.
All right, so we all agree the Lakers are the best team in the West. They're going to win the championship. Coming up next,
no, we didn't.
Aaron Rodgers' chances of taking the field.
No, we did not all agree on that shit. Why you trying to hurry up and brush shit off? Y'all ass fuck around, don't make it to the playoffs. Shit. Real talk. Why y'all talking all this healthy bullshit? But hey, it's your boy Moolah. We got that 5. And we gonna be back with another one. I'm out.